Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to deal with offer under contract law. The term offer is also called proposal. It is the first step in formation of a contract. Any contract emerges from a proposal. The person who makes the offer is known as the offerer, and the person whom to it is made is known as offeree. For example, A intends to sell his goods to B for rupees 100 and proposes to B. Hence, A is called the promiser or the offerer and B is called the promisee or acceptor. Section 2B defines promisee as when the person to whom the proposal is made signifies his assent, the proposal is said to be accepted. The proposal accepted becomes a promise. Section 2C defines promiser and promisee. The person making the proposal is the promiser and the person accepting is the promisee. Section 2A of the Indian Contract Act defines offer as when one person signifies to other his willingness to do or abstain from doing anything with a view to obtain assent of the other, he is said to make a proposal. Essential conditions of a valid offer. An offer is valid and enforceable only when the following conditions are satisfied. First, offer may be expressed or implied. An offer may be expressed or implied. If an offer is made by words, it is expressed. If the words are spoken, it is oral offer. If the words are written, it is known as written offer. In case no words are used but the offer is derived from the conduct of the parties, it is known as implied offer. It must create a legal relationship. An offer to be enforceable, it must create a legal relationship between the parties. Example, A invites B for lunch and fail to arrange the same. B cannot sue A as it does not create any legal obligation. In the case of Balfour versus Balfour, this has been already discussed while dealing essentials of a contract. In Rose versus Crompton and other Bros Limited, in this case, one of the parties made a breach of agreement. In an action by the other party to enforce the agreement, it was held that since it was not a legal agreement, it is not enforceable. Third, the terms must be clear and certain. The terms of the offer must be clear and not uncertain. For example, A offers B to supply 100 tons of oil. In this, the terms of offer are not clear. In Taylor versus Pottigan, this has already been dealt while dealing with essentials of a contract. Fourth, it must be specific for public. When an offer is made to a person or group of persons, is called specific offer. If it is made to public in general or society or community as a whole, it is known as a public offer. In Cargill versus Carbolic Smoke Ball, the defendant co-advertised a reward of £1,000 to any person who suffers influenza even after using the smoke ball medicine as printed directions. For this purpose, they deposited £1,000 in the bank. The plaintiff sued the defendants. The court held that the defendants was liable. In Hindustan Cooperation Society versus Syam Sundar, in this case, an insurance received a check by a new proposer who had been certified medically fit. The insurance company neither communicated the policy nor issued the policy. 2 weeks after the proposer died of pneumonia, the court in this case held that it is deemed that the deceased have waived his right to the communication of acceptance. Fifth, offer and invitation to offer. Invitation to offer is no offer since it differs from the offer. It is an offer made to receive the offer. Example, price list of the good to sell, tenders and advertisements. In Harvey versus Facey, the plaintiff Harvey wanted to purchase bumper ball pen from Facey and inquired to purchase as £900. The plaintiff communicated telegraphically to purchase it, but there was no reply from the defendant. The court held that it is not actionable on the ground that informing the price telegraphically is not an offer. In the Bank of India versus O.P. Swarankar, it was held that the voluntary retirement scheme of bank is not proposal but merely an invitation to treat an application filed by the bank employees constitutes an offer. Badri Prasad versus State of Madhya Pradesh. This was already dealt with while dealing the essentials of contract. In Harish versus Nicholson, in this case the defendant advertised a sale by auction. The plaintiff travelled to the advertised place of auction to find the defendant, but the defendant cancelled the sale. He brought an action against the defendant to recover the expenses of his travel. It was held that he was not entitled to damages. 6. It must be communicated. An offer to be valid when it is communicated to the offeree. The communication may be expressed or implied. In Lakshman Shukla versus Gauri Dutt, in this case the defendant sent his servant in search of his missing nephew. Later he announced a reward to one who could hand over his missing nephew. The plaintiff brought him and claimed the reward. In an action against the defendant, it was held that it was not enforceable on the ground that the offer was not communicated to the offeree. Instances of communication of offer. First, when offer is communicated orally, it is complete when it reaches to the ear of the offeree. Second, if the offer is made by post, the communication is complete when the letter reaches the offeree. Third, if the mode of communication is telephone, the communication is complete when the word reaches the ear of the offerer. Revocation of offer or proposal. According to Section 5 of the Indian Contract Act 1872, an offer or proposal may be revoked at any time before the communication of its acceptance is complete against the proposer. For instance, A offers to sell his house to B. Before its acceptance by B, A changes his mind and withdraws his offer to sell the house. It is called as revocation of an offer. In Rajendra Kumar Verma versus State of Madhya Pradesh, in this case it was held that a person who makes an offer is entitled to withdraw the offer before the communication of revocation of offer. According to Section 4 of the Indian Contract Act, communication of revocation is complete and binding on acceptor only when such communications is with the knowledge. For example, A revokes proposal by telegram. Cross offer. When two persons makes offer simultaneously to each other without the knowledge of the same is called as cross offer. For example, A offers to sell his house though B. At the same time, B makes similar offer to A to purchase his house. In Tim versus Huffman, in this case, A wrote to B indicating his willingness to sell 80 tons of iron at 69. On the same day, B wrote to A offering him 69 to buy 80 tons. The two letters crossed each other in the post. A brought an action against A for the supply of iron to other. It was held that there was only two cross offer and neither of the offer was accepted by the party. Open offer. An offer which is allowed to remain open for acceptance over a period of time is known as open offer. For example, an offer to supply 100 bags of wheat from 1st Jan to 31st Jan.